guys, it's Jess from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with my July TBR. These are the books that I hope to read in July. I do have a few fun video ideas that I'm not going to tell you about, so I'm definitely reading more than this, and I never put my audio TBR on here because I never know what audiobooks I'm listening to until like right before I pick them to listen. So I just have a stack of my physical books and I have a few arcs that I have as e-arcs that I'll share, so I'll get to the books. First, I want to make sure that I share I am reading the first 4 books in the Palm South University series by Candy Steiner. I do own 3 of the old covers and only 1 of the new ones. She's renamed them, so it's like Rush, Pledge, Anchor, and Legacy, and the new one's going to be Ritual. I'm reading all of these because the new book comes out at the very end of July, and I am doing a read-along with Melissa from She's an Open Book and Mina from Mina Reads. We are all hosting a read-along together, so if you want more information, I'll link our Instagram post down below where we break it down by dates. Each week we're going to read one, and then we'll have a live show at the beginning of August because the new book comes out, I think, July 31st. So, beginning of August, we will be having our live show talking about these. They are new adult college romances, and they have like a cast of characters, kind of like Greek, and it's amazing. So I'm really excited to reread them. It's been forever since I've read them. I think I've read book 3 twice because I read it before this one, but it's about to be a 3rd time because I don't remember specifics in these books. I just remember I love them, I love the characters, so I can't wait to read them. And I'm pretty sure those are on KU if you want to join in on the readathon. Next, I have some e-arcs that I got. So the first one is You Had Me at Hola by, I think, Daria. I don't have it in front of me, I just know the name, so I'm gonna put the picture here so you can see the author. And this one is a telenovela inspired romance where they're telenovela actors and they fall in love. So I'm really excited for this. Then I have Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall, I think. I have 2 authors with similar first names, but this one is an MM romance, and that's all I know, and I think it takes place in London because the cover is British. So I'm excited for this one. Then I have Touch of Stone and Snow by Milla Vane. This is book 2 in this fantasy series. I loved the first book, and the first one was like the guy kidnapped her, retaliating against her father who killed his parents, and so crazy things happen, and there's a lot of action, but then it's like also building up the story, and so I'm really excited to get into book 2 and see where that story goes and who it follows. I don't know who it follows, so I'm excited to see. The next 2 books I hope to read are a couple of historical romances, so I hope to read If You Dare by Cressley Cole. This is, I think, Cressley Cole's only historical series. I think. I don't know if she typically writes historical. She writes like PNR, paranormal romance, and she has a mafia romance series, but this one is Scottish romance, and so I don't know the plot of this one. I'm just gonna go in blind. I have all 3 books in the series. I heard they get better, but I'm excited to try this out. Then I can't wait to read Ransom by Julie Garwood. This is book 2 after The Secret. I'm annoyed that the cover, this is the original cover, which is very annoying, and it just has like an estate in the background, but it doesn't match the pretty first cover, so it looks like a new historical when it should have the nice old historical romance cover, because I think this came out in '99, but this is about 2 side characters from The Secret, and it's Highlander romances. I believe the 2 guys end up going to England to find brides, so it's super massive because there's 2 romances in one, so I'm excited to read this. Then I'm going to make it a priority this month to read Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. This, all I know, is a very dark historical romance with pirates, so I'm very, very excited. I know Lacey absolutely loved it. I think she talked about it in the top books she's read in her mid-year freakout tag, so I'm so excited. I love dark historical romances, so this has me all over it, and I hope I love it. Then I really hope to read A Thousand Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. This one is about a woman whose mother passes away, so she has to go to this city, and the king names her heiress, and it's not actually easy for her to take over this kingdom being named the heiress. So that's all I got from the back. People have told me I would really like this as a romance reader reading fantasy, so I'm really excited. I do have the 5th season, but I'm very intimidated by that because I heard it's part 2nd person, and that makes me really uncomfortable. I just cannot get into books in 2nd person, so I will eventually give the 5th season a try because I've heard it's amazing. I want to try out N.K. Jemisin, so I figured I'd pick a book that's more up my alley. Next, this was on my last TBR for June, but I didn't get to it, and that's Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. This is book 2 in the Daevabad series. This I really have to get to because book 3 comes out at the end of this month in the US, and I already pre-ordered my copy, so I really loved book 1. Our main character is like magical and has to go to this city, so she gets this djinn to accompany her. I think he's djinn. He's magical, and he flies carpets. And there's kind of a love triangle-ish, but like I know who I want her to be with in the ending of book 1. I'm just like, excuse me. So I'm really excited to see what happens in book 2. Then I really want to read Girl Serpent Thorn by Melissa Bashardoust. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is my Fairy Loot edition, and it's just, I'm obsessed. The original cover is white, and this one is so pretty, and I want to read this because it is fantasy, and so our main character's touch is poisonous, and there's a demon somewhere whose powers are calling to her, and she doesn't really go out in society, but her twin brother's getting married, and there's a boy who's not scared of her. So I'm hoping there's a romance, and it's pretty short. I don't know if it's a series or not, but it's just too pretty. And then the under of this dust jacket is just too gorgeous, so I'm obsessed with everything about this book. So I have to read it. Then I believe this comes out in July because it got pushed back because I got an arc of it, so it still says it releases in June, but I think it's in July, and that's 10 Things I Hate About Pinky by Sandia Manon. This is her newest release. It's about Pinky. She likes to break the rules around her parents and push her parents' buttons, and so it says she decides to ask her sort of friend, sort of enemy to pose as her boyfriend, who is like the mama's boy, Harvard-bound guy, and I think they start fake dating, and it sounds really cute, so I'm excited to read this. Then I really want to read You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. I think everybody was buying this or reading it in June, and I actually won a copy from the author's sister. She was hosting a giveaway on Twitter and was giving away copies to teachers to put in their classrooms, so I entered and I won, so I'm very excited to read this and then put it in my classroom if we're back in school or not. We were told we're not going to know until August 1st if we're going back to school or not in person, which is just lovely. We like having only 2 weeks to plan for a school year, but it's okay. I'm excited to read this. All I know is that is a sapphic romance and that she is in high school, and I think she might be a senior. I don't know, so we'll see. The next one's a YA contemporary road trip romance, and I'm so excited. It's pretty short too, so I think I can fly through this. It's I Want to Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest. Christina Forrest is coming out with a new book, I think, at the end of July that I'm really excited for. But this one is so pretty. I'm obsessed with covers that are this color, but she really wants to be a dancer and wants to go to this dance audition, and her mom tells her no. So she decides to drive 200 miles to the nearest audition, and her annoying neighbor and his dog decide to come with her. So it's a road trip romance. I'm very excited to read this, and I'm just obsessed with everything about this, so I hope I enjoy it. The last one on my TBR is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. I read Clap a New Land this month and I absolutely loved it, so I really wanted to read her other novel in verse. I do also own With the Fire on High, which I want to read soon too, but this one I want to read first. It talks about how she has developed curves, and I don't know what happens, but it says that she's learned to let her fists and her fierceness do the talking, so I don't know if people say something about it or don't take her seriously, and she pours all of her emotions into her notebook, and she's invited to join the school's slam poetry club, so I'm very excited for this. I know everybody tells me to listen to the audiobook, but I think I'm going to read it physically, and if I really love it, I'll listen to the audio as well, but I'm excited to read this. And that's at least part of my July TBR. I'm going to read a lot more than that. I've been reading so much lately, especially with audiobooks because I'm home all day because it's summer, so I have a lot more audio listening time, but I'm very excited. Let me know down below if you've read any of these or what you're excited to read in July. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.